lumabas, pwedeng lumabas, pwedeng lumabas. Dahil nasa labas na kami, we're outside, so we can now go out. Anyways, thanks to God, we already finished our 3-kilometer run for today because this is Thursday, so I usually go by biking to my workplace, which is around 10 kilometers one way. From my home to the place where I work is 10 kilometers, then going back. So today I have 3 kilometers plus 3 kilometers run plus 20 kilometers bicycle. So, bicycle, knock knock, knock knock. Ahaha, bicycle. Okay, cannot answer. Bicycle who? Bicycle, we build this on a solid rock. Shout to you, Miss Charis Pempenko, pyramid. Anyway, today, as I have mentioned, I will go by bicycle to the workplace. And maybe it's also one of the very unique lifestyles or features living here in Japan. Most of us here have our bicycles. So we use this as one of our forms of transportation, going to the university, going to the supermarket, going to our workplace, going to chill places lang. Huwag niyo nang alam ko. But yeah, normally here we have our bikes. And it's very nice to be biking in Japan because they really make sure that it will be a bike-friendly country like this. Please look at the bicycle lanes, which is but a big difference with probably our countries. For example, Philippines. When I also went to Indonesia, ouch out sa ating mga friends from Indonesia, but yeah, I did not notice some bicycle lanes for the bikers to make them very safely riding, right? So this is one of the very nice features in Japan. So you don't feel worried if you go biking. Maybe some vehicles touch you. No, you have very big. You see how many? Social distance. Maybe 4 meters. 2 meters, only 2 meters per lane. You see the bicycle lanes, and so because also actually I want to say that nowadays also we are, for example, in my workplace, they request us to go in the work by either biking, walking, walking maybe 10 kilometers, maybe I can run, or just using some private car. But we don't have that, so only we have some bike. So we use the bike to avoid buses because buses are a bit close and also crowded place. So today's topic is about the bicycle. In Japan, we call it bicycle because when we say bike, they will confuse it with the motorbike, because in Japanese it's baiku. So they thought it's a motorbike when you say bike, but we just call it in Japan bicycle, or in Japanese jitensha. So here again, you look at this bicycle lane. It's quite very big, right? Okay, look at the bicycle lane here. Please take a look. See, very big. So when my family asks me, how do you go to the work by bike? Is it safe? Yes, it's safe. It's very big. You see, this is the Jitensha. Even here is for the walkers. So we will be safe, fortunately. But yeah, there are times also that it's quite hard to bike, right? To bicycle, especially when weather conditions are not good. Especially this time, as I mentioned previously, this is the time for Japan to have the rainy season. Before the summer season, we have a bit of some rainy season. So it's quite hard to bike. But there are ways how you can bike safely and also properly and with ease, even though it's raining. Yeah, actually, I would say it depends on the rain. It may be very strong rain like typhoon. Yeah, it's not good to be biking. It's not safe. But if just showers, we have many means. Like in Japan, there are many thrift shops, 100 yen shops. We can buy some raincoats that very good against that some rain or showers. But I don't buy them. Sorry, Daiso, because sometimes maybe the wind is so strong. But yeah, there are many ways. So we can have a good quality raincoat. In Japanese we call kappa. So that one we can buy in some other stores aside from 100 yens. There's in online like that. So like last week I just bought a kappa with a bit high quality with some hoodie like that. Because it's quite hard to bike in the rainy weather without this, because the water will splash to your eyes. So I will show you later this one. But for now, let's see how popular bicycles here. So even you can see some apartments with a lot of bikes like that. Oh, this is an apartment here in Japan, and look, yeah, almost every resident have the bike. This is only one apartment. So sorry, it's still very early. It's still 6 o'clock, so we don't see yet some people here biking because it's too early to go to the university or to work. At later you can see some. Oh, see again here, anywhere you can see bikes. So this is also very good thing actually. It's very advantageous also to bike in Japan because yeah, sometimes you can even bike from the north to the south. So my friends sometimes one time even bike from Tsukuba to Owarai, which is around 70 kilometers. And 70 kilometers, they bike it around 7 hours, maybe 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. So, but they did it by bike. So, yeah, and then they come back safely. Thanks to the God. Thanks to God. Thanks to the God. Maybe this one. Thanks to God, yeah. So, here, maybe we can see more like houses, even houses, aside from, even if they have already the car, they still have some of the bicycles. So that's how important the bicycles here. So let's take a look later. Okay. Thank you for being with me. And yeah, I will go by bike into the workplace. So I will use this bike. In Japan, we call it actually before, I call it Mama Chari. But some Japanese did not understand me. So they said, Chari. So, Chari bike. I forgot why they call it Chari. But yeah, later, maybe we'll check out the meaning of my Chari. But anyways, one of the features of this bicycle is it has the basket. That's why I like. And I will put my bag here. And one of the very unique features here in Japan is that when you buy the bicycle, you have to register it in the police. So that because here, many people have the bike, right? So some people also, some people have also some interest to get some bike, we don't know, some different people. And one of the ways to protect your bike is to have some safety measures like this one, to register in the police. So if it is registered legally, at least they can trace it or find where your bike is. So at least there's chance that you can find it. But if not, I am not sure if you can find. Anyways, it's good to be registering your bike. And this costs only 1,000 yen or around 500 pesos. And I think that's very good for bicycle safety. And aside from Chari bikes, which I normally use when I have things, there are also some bikes that do not have the basket. But if you have the bags, it's a bit hard. So for example, we have here the mountain bike. So here we use this for trekking or going to some mountains like that. And also very good to the road. It's faster because it has many gears also as compared to the Chari bikes. And also, of course, sometimes we feel like triathlete. So we go for like having some road bikes. So I also have a road bike, but I don't normally use these days because I have many things to bring. So I have this one. This is my road bike, which I use when I don't have things and I want to go very fast if I'm rushing. But this is very fast and also very safe. You can also use in the road because it's also legal in the way. If it's a road bike, you can use, of course, the road. So anyways, in Japan, I think that there are many regulations also. Like, first, it's prohibited to use a bicycle and using a cell phone. So if you are caught doing that, maybe it costs you 20,000 to 50,000 yen. Okay, big money, right? So around 15,000 pesos. Also, we cannot bike and using an umbrella because it's like you're holding one of your hands in the handrail and using the bike, so it's not very safe. That's why I buy some raincoats during rainy days. And also, please do not use your bicycle and using earphones, because especially there are earphones that are noise cancelling. You cannot hear the outside world. So, and most importantly, make sure that your bike has a light. Sorry, my light is not very good. But this, see? Yeah, because yeah, especially if the bike has no light, it's very hard for the cars to see you, and maybe the chance of accident is very high. So please be careful on these matters. Later, I want to show you some of my raincoats that I buy with some of its good features. Bye-bye! Hello! So I was telling you that using the Chari bike is more convenient for me. So why? Because my bag is a bit big for my work. Look. It's so hard to use it in the road bike or in the mountain bike, so it's quite heavy. So I use the Chari bike. Anyways, as I told you, it's prohibited to use the umbrella during biking when it's rainy days, actually, but many people do. But I advise you not to do, because if some accident happen, it's very hard. Sometimes the road is slippery when it's rainy and you cannot control, and you're holding one hand there and here you can control the brakes. So what is one good thing to do during rainy days? You can wear a kappa. Sorry, in Japanese it's kappa, but in English it's just the raincoat. See? So this is my previous raincoat. So it's quite long, so my body will not be wet. And it's also have some of this Little Red Riding Hood. No, but it's hard for me sometimes because when the rain is very strong, like the showers is coming there and my eyes, I cannot open my eyes. So it's very accident prone. So I realized I must upgrade. Upgrade to this. So this is my new raincoat that I buy from Amazon because I want to be legal and safe as possible, because I will bike 10 kilometers, so it's not easy. Oh, it's quite, yeah, look the difference. It has this gear like a hat, so it will protect me from the strong rain. Yeah, so it's like that. And it's also longer than my previous kappa. That's why I will be using Unbrain during these rainy days. So there's no excuse why I cannot bike during the rainy season. And yeah, it's also okay to bike because the average speed is 10 kilometers per hour. So it's not really that fast, and maybe it's rainy day, so I just bike very slowly. So yeah, please try and have your own kappa, also raincoat. And please do not use the umbrella because it's not so safe. And do not use phone, and do not use earphone, as it is prohibited and not safe. Actually, not only prohibited, it's not really safe, I'm sure, because I tried one time to use bicycle and with my umbrella. Then, I don't know how to use the brake to stop. Anyway, that's all for my raincoat, and I have to start to fix now because I will go to work. See you later and see me biking. Pass! Almost there. So I'm just now checking the tires if everything is okay. Of course, it's a long ride, 10 kilometers, so we have to check everything is okay. And yes, and finally, putting my bag here, and of course, asking the Lord for safety. And then going. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.